Welcome back, fellow speculators, to the Speculator's Edge, where super performance begins and opportunities await. I'm your host, Berg. So today I'm going to show you how you can achieve super performance and receive some massive gains and make some huge profits with stocks CLMT and FINV. And I'm going to go over these charts on a technical theme, and then I'm going to flip over and go to the fundamentals, of course, with the stocks. Today I'm going to give you a special treat for my proprietary scan list. I'm going to introduce it to you. I'm going to show you. We're going to go through the charts that pull up with my proprietary scan list. So these stocks did come from my list, so from my scan. So like I said, this is a treat, a lot of information here. Before we do dive in, please subscribe if you haven't already. You can click on the Ftsi logo in the bottom right hand corner of this video. Also, like the video and leave a comment. If you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to help you. I want to thank you again for your support. But before we do get in, let's go ahead. Let me let you know that this video is for educational purposes only. So do your due diligence before venturing off into stocks. It's your duty to take responsibility for your own actions. I am not a financial advisor. I do not promote these stocks. These stocks are not a recommendation, and I am not a broker, okay? So you take responsibility for your own actions when buying into these stocks. If you do decide to buy, manage your risk appropriately, and of course position size accordingly as well, okay? So other than that, time is money, so let's go ahead and get a move on, okay? Okay, so the first stock that we're going to go over is going to be CLMT. This one is breaking out on high volume. It is breaking out of a nice secondary base. So let's go ahead and go over the chart here, and let me explain to you as to what's going on. So the first thing that we're looking for, of course, is the prior trend. Do we have a prior uptrend of greater than 25% from low to high? And of course we do, before forming the next base. So this one, we are in a stage 2 uptrend, of course, as you can tell with the moving average, the shorter term moving averages being above the longer term averages. So, and not only that, we are moving with the 50-day moving average is moving up as well, with all the shorter term moving averages such as the 10 and the 20-day moving average moving up. The 200-day and the 150 is also moving up, so that's good. That's a good sign. That means that there is momentum within this stock price. So the third thing that we're looking for is, matter of fact, with this stage 2 uptrend, if you can see right here within this primary base, we do have a lot of demand, okay? Tons of demand coming into this stock. Huge demand, that's great. We see institutions buying this stock, so they are accumulating this stock, okay? And this stock, Calumet Specialty Products Partners LP, is in the materials sector and is part of the specialty chemicals industry. So I know the materials have been doing pretty well. Of course, we know a lot of inflation coming into this market here, not just this market, but just the economy itself, rising interest rates, which have slacked off a little bit, okay? But other than that, commodities have been great. This is where, you know, it's getting heated up. So the cyclicals are interesting. There's a lot of rotation into industrials, materials, you know, stuff like that, sectors like that. So other than that, what else we're looking for within this stock is we're going to look at the base. We're going to base count, and then we're going to look at what the pattern is within that base, okay? So practically we have a primary base right here, and of course we move up and we create this secondary base, okay? And how you can tell with how to count a base is when the moving averages really move up above. So really what you want to see is the 150-day moving average move up above that 200-day moving average. That'll kind of tell you that we're in a possible stage 2. But then of course you have to look at the accumulation. So you have to look at the demand, see where the buying, if there is actually buying within the stock, because then that'll tell you that there are institutions, okay, within this, okay, when there's high demand, okay? So this right here will enter into a secondary base, and we are creating what's called a rounding bottom, okay? The pattern is a rounding bottom. As you can see, this low right here connects this low, connects up to that low, and just rounds out. The stock starts moving up the right side of this base, okay, out of this pattern. And so the next thing that we're going to look for is what is going on with price. What is price action telling us within this pattern, okay? Well, if you look, we do have some heavy volume and heavy selling right here within this pattern, but nothing that, you know, if you look here to the right, as you can tell, there's even more demand just soaking up that supply, okay? They're just coming in, they're taking that supply right here, from right here, okay? So as it's moving up this right side base, what we're looking for is we're looking for low volatility, we're looking for a contraction in price, and we're looking for if the price is close to new highs or 52-week highs, okay? And as you can tell, as this is moving out of this right side of this base here, we do have volume increasing and we do have low volatility, so we do have a contraction in price, we do have a decent tight price range right here. And of course, the price today is really just breaking out of that, okay? And it's making 52-week highs, okay? So the next thing that we're going to look at is we're going to look at volume. And so what's going on with volume here? What's happening with volume within this base? Is it increasing? Is it increasing in the base? Is there huge demand within the base? Is there huge selling within the base? Huge price moves within the base? I mean, what are we, you know, what you're looking for is you're looking for a decrease in volume as the price works itself out, okay, within this base or the pattern, okay? And so we do have a decrease, massive decrease in volume, really low volume within this base. This is telling you this trade isn't so obvious. A lot of traders and investors have left the trade. Okay, that's good to see. So like Mr. William J. O'Neill said, you know, what's obvious in the market isn't necessarily so, okay? So that is key to finding these breakouts and these monster movers, okay? So as you can see, we do have high volume right here, pretty large price move to the downside, but we do come back with demand. And we close this gap. As you can see, there was a gap right here on this day right here, massive gap down, but we do come back with demand and we eat that supply up, okay? That's great to see. And so what happens is we start working here on this right side. We form this nice tight contractional period right here, so a low volatile period, and we do decrease on the volume, okay? We do have a pretty good volume dry up, okay? That's what we want to see, and that's just letting you know right here. As you can tell with price, it is contracting as volume is contracting itself, and we start really getting some huge demand coming out right here, okay? And this is a super pivot. This super pivot was breached at $6.40. So practically here on the last, you know, the past couple of days, it held that $6.40 area and is really, I mean, just breaking out. If you know what you're looking for, this is how you look for it. And of course, it's just breaking out today with good volume, surpassing the volume the last 2 days, okay? That's great to see. So like I said, the super pivot was breached at $6.40. This one could run. I mean, I don't know necessarily where it can run to, but this one has potential to move really well. If we go and look at a four-year chart here, you know, we do have supply right here on the left side, up here at around, you know, $8, $7.50, $8, but with the way that it's acting, just this nice tight price action right here, just hugging along that 50-day moving average or the 10-day weekly moving average, or 10-week moving average. Sorry about that. It's just rounding out of this base, okay? So that's excellent, hugging that 10-week moving average. That's great to see. We do have institutions in this, okay, buying off of that. So other than that, the relative strength, so the performance of this stock is a high alpha stock. It is 80.17%. It is doing great compared to its competitors and also the indices themselves, such as the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. So this stock is looking really well right here. I wouldn't be surprised if this stock does. It may pull back. It may pull back to the super pivot, not for sure. But other than that, when you manage this, you want to keep your stop pretty tight. You can put it at the low of this day, which the low is at $6.32. But if you do that, let it, kind of put it around 3 cents below that, because you don't necessarily want to get stopped out because there's such good volume coming in this stock. There's good demand. You don't necessarily want to stop yourself out. You want to give this stock a little bit of room to run, to work itself out, okay? Because this is just really, it's acting very well, okay? So other than that, let's move on to FINV. I've been calling for this stock for the since last week, matter of fact, and this stock is really getting a move on. It's finally breaking out right here. We're soaking up a lot of supply, so this is looking great right here, okay? So what we're looking for, first thing, is the prior trend, which is greater than 25% from low to high, move up. And then we have the second thing that we're looking for, of course, is the stage. Where are we at in the stage? What stage are we at in the cycle of the stock? Where are we at in the cycle of the stock? Well, of course, we're in a stage 2 uptrend, monster stage 2 uptrend. Matter of fact, with this stock. Also, the moving averages, shorter term moving averages being above the longer term moving averages, while they're also increasing, such as the 50-day, the 10-day, the 20-day moving up, with the 150 and the 200-day moving average moving up. So we are increasing on that. We are buying into momentum here today as well. So we go and look at the base and the pattern. What base are we in within this stage 2? Of course, we are in the secondary base right here. This is more of a rounding bottom, or you can say maybe cup with handle right here, but I see that more as a rounding bottom, okay? So as we're coming out, we're looking at the price within this base, within this pattern. What's going on? Is there some low volatility? So is there contraction in price? As you can see, we do have contraction in price right here. This is very much of a contractional period. So also we do have another contractional period here as it makes this little hill right here. So is another thing that I like to look at, what I call is work within the stock. This means that as it's moving, is it getting any demand, any buying off of this 50-day moving average? And of course, as you can see, yeah, we're making these little lows and stuff right here, but you can see this stock's getting some demand here right off the 50-day. Okay, I call that work. That's the stock putting in work itself. That's what you want to see. It's hard work right here for this stock, okay? And it's pushing up, and it's devouring some supply. It's getting over some massive resistance points like $7.26 or $7.27. It's getting that demand right there, okay? And it's moving up. That's what we want to see. That's called work, okay, within the price. And not only that, the price is near 52-week highs right here, which is at $10.35. And right now we made a high of $9.74. So not too far off from the 52-week highs. That's good to see. Okay. Also, the next thing that we're looking for is volume. What's going on with the volume? Okay, so volume does decrease within this base here. That's good. It slacks off. It dries up. So not so obvious. That's a good thing. That we don't want obvious, okay, within the stock. So we don't want volatility. That's practically what that means. We don't want large price moves or anything of that nature to the downside or whatever to that in the opposite direction. Okay, so or large selling as well. But other than that, we can see we have huge demand right here on this day alone, which I think let's see here how many shares were bought. This was insane. 88 million, over 88 million shares. Yeah, okay, so yeah, we do have institutions in on this stock, okay, and they are buying right off that 50-day moving average, as you can see, and they're still moving this stock up. Like I said, I've been calling for this stock since last week, and it's doing great. It's meeting everything that I like. Not only that, we are increasing. The volume is increasing as it's running up on the right side of this base. Okay, so we do have nice increases in demand right here, just coming out right here in our super pivot, which was breached at $8.80, which was right here. As you can see, this was a huge resistance line. And I mentioned this stock yesterday on my market update. So if you're paying attention, well, you're making some money. Okay, so this is good. This is what we want to see. This is a winning horse. It's running out of the gate. Okay, so also on this right here, this is a high alpha name, high alpha stock. This is relative to its components or competitors in the S&P 500 NASDAQ. This is a strong stock. Okay, this is where you want to be buying. You want to be buying in these high alpha stocks. Okay, these strong stocks. These are beasts. Okay, it's where a lot of institutions are swimming in. You just got to know how to catch the base. You got to know how to base count and look at the pattern properly. Look at the volume. Look at the price action, and make sure that you're in that stage 2 accumulation. Okay, so those are important. Okay, this is all about timing. You got to time your points correctly and enter in correctly. Okay, timing wise. And so that's where my method, the stopper method, which is specific timing of pivot point analysis, comes into play. This is where you can make a lot of money. This is where these pivot points give way, the resistance gives way, and you have huge demand, and the next thing you know, you're making 100% in 3 days. I've done it. I've been there multiple times. A couple of stocks that I can name for you right now: mRNS and mRNA, and also ADT. Okay, so those are some of the stocks that you can get 100% price moves like that within a few days. Okay, if you time it right, you just have to time it right. Okay, and that's what it's all about. So let's go ahead and examine the fundamentals of these stocks. CLMT, the composite rating, I'm going to tell you right now, the fundamentals suck on this stock. But you know what? I'm concerned about the technicals. I'm more of a technical guy, but the fundamentals do matter, of course, because that's what institutions are looking at as well. Okay, but the composite rating, according to IBD Investors Business Daily, is 63 on their composite rating, which is good. That's not bad. They are engaged in the production of hydrocarbon products in North America. This industry group rank is 20, so we are swimming in a strong industry group. Not only that, the relative strength rating is an A, so this is really strong and does have momentum. This group does. Like I said, the earnings suck. Negative 728% earnings per share percent change last quarter. Not so great. Not good at all. Actually, the sales has sucked. The SMR rating sucks. I'm not knocking this stock. I'm not knocking the stock because I wouldn't have chose it if I don't like, if I didn't like the pattern in the chart. But that's what it's about. The technicals are great. Okay. Not only that, we do see that we do have accumulation. This is an A- in the accumulation and distribution rating. Okay, so that's good to see. We do have accumulation within this stock happening. Okay, so let's move on to FINV. Let's go look at this here and let's see. Well, we are, the composite rating is a 95. This is a China-based company that provides consumer finance services through online platform. This is another very strong industry, ranking in at 27 out of 197. The group relative strength rating is an A-, so we do have some strength within this industry. The earnings due date is 8/25, so August 25th, 2021. That's good. The earnings per share percent change last quarter was 63%, with 37% change in the 3 quarters average earnings per share growth rate. That's great. Not only that, we have 5 quarters of earnings per share acceleration. This stock's good. Okay. This stock is what we're looking for. Not only that, the SMR rating is an A, as you can tell with the annual pre-tax margin, so they are making a profit here. The margins are great, 32.1% with the annual return on equity at 23.8%. So we do know that this company is profitable. They're making a profit. Their 3-year sales growth rate might not be all that great, but it is at 23%. So they are selling some product here. Okay. Other than that, as you can see, the accumulation distribution rating is an A-. We do have institutional buying here. As you can see, 23% change in funds owning the stock. Okay, that's telling you that, yeah, we do have funds, we do have institutions buying this stock, okay? Not only that, we do have 3/4 of increasing fund ownership, okay? So on a quarter to quarter, that's 3/4 of increasing fund ownership. So they are increasing as the quarters move on, okay? So now here comes the treat right here. And well, I just want you to see this. I want you to know this is what I find. This is how I find it. This is what I find these stocks are breaking out. They're moving, and this is the super performance scan that I'll be giving you on a daily basis when you go to the Patreon site and subscribe to one of my tiers. This is what you'll be getting. You'll be seeing stuff like this right here. And of course, if you subscribe to the second or third and the second on up tiers there, you'll receive my picks as to what I see, as to what I think will do good. If you just choose the $20 one, I think it is, then all you're going to do is just receive the list, and it's up to you to get your analysis correct and buy correctly. Okay, so time it wise. But other than that, this is the stocks that are greater than $20 here. And so let's go ahead and go through these through this list here, and let's see what we have. We have ACMR. This is somewhere that I wouldn't be buying, but we do have large volume pumping into the stock right here, above average. Alco, this one popped up, of course, yesterday on my scan as well. I just don't care for all this right here on a yearly chart. That's just a mess to me. It doesn't look anything spectacular. APVO, this one looking pretty decent right here. Matter of fact, let's go and draw a trend line, because I'm pretty sure that this stock broke through this downtrend line. I'm not for sure though. I can just kind of see that with my eyes. And yes, today we do break through that downtrend line right here. So it has been in a nice trend channel right here, as you can tell. And it is breaking through today this channel right here. And not only that, we do have some interesting volume popping up right here. The volume is at 254,113, so it is it's actually greater than the average volume of what's been. As you can see, there is some accumulation along this 200-day line right here. So yeah, this one, if you do place your trade, be careful. I would recommend placing your stop somewhere right around here at around, you know, whatever this price is right here. So at the low at $24.82, place that down about $24.79. Do not put all your money into it, because that's kind of a wide stop right there. As you can tell, if you go ahead and buy in right now, that is about a 15% loss. So you're looking at, you want at least 30% gain. That's what you want. You want a 2-to-1 reward to risk. I look at 3-to-1 personally. So other than that, if you do subscribe to one of my tiers, what will happen here is I'm going to give you my adjusting with risk worksheet, which will help you understand how to position size and manage your risk appropriately, okay, when dealing with these stocks. So other than that, let's get a move on real quick. Let's go through this list here. Byline Bancorp, we do have some demand here. Nice little tight base, kind of like a cup and a handle right here. Other than that, if we can move past and get past right up here with a little bit more volume, it may be go time with that stock. This one, CLF, looking great today as well. It is catching down on that 10-day moving average. Excellent news on high volume, so this one could keep running as well from here. This is sloppy CMMB. This you don't want. This has been a massive downtrend. Nothing that I like. Yeah, it might be huge demand, but there isn't, you know, there isn't a stage 2 accumulation, okay, right here. CRTX, don't care for the chart. This is also just kind of giving you an idea how to look through these charts as well. as to what I look for. Okay, so Drio, Lab Style Innovations, these guys right here, we do get past some resistance here at $22 and made a high at $22.70. We do have some accumulation within this stock here. Other than that, it is a high alpha stock at 129% right here. So this is kind of like a massive cup with handle right here. And yeah, I mean, I don't mind it. It does put in some work right here, but I mean, it's something that I'm not really looking at. The 52-week highs is up at $31.85. It has already broken down. It has already broken out through that downtrend line right here. So other than that, I mean, it all depends on you, what you want, what you're looking for. That's something not of my taste, to be honest with you. Elaine here. Not bad. FRHC, I saw this stock here. It popped up on my scan right here when it broke out right here. I didn't place a trade, of course, but it is what it is. So Ftsi, this one's looking interesting. This is a nice kind of a flat base, but it is rising right here, making higher lows. That's good to see. And it is starting to balance itself right here on this 50-day moving average, and we are having some decent volume come in right here today. So look for that, you know, around $28.51 level to be breached. Or if you want to go ahead and if it starts moving tomorrow or something, if you want to try to catch it, because we are in a nice stage 2 uptrend. This is a primary base. So if it does break out of all this resistance level right here, guess what? This thing can really get a move on. It can be supercharged, okay? And it is a high alpha stock as well. Goosehead Insurance, massive volume today, coming in, breaking out of the trend line, which was right here yesterday. Other than that, it's starting around the 50-day moving average is starting around the 150 and the 200 are pinching together. That's a good sign. Other than that, it's not my cup of tea to trade, but HRI, not too bad. Nice volume today. We are in a nice stage 2 uptrend accumulation, as you can tell, high demand. We are kind of in a cup with handle, nice tight price action all in here in this handle. Other than that, I mean, depends on where you wanna buy here. What I see, more of the super pivot being right here around more of, you know, 112 or so right here. Okay, so as it gets over this hump right here, it could possibly push up. Nice high alpha name as well. MEC breaking out today, really nice volume dry up right here. As you can tell, kind of a rounding or a double bottom right here, and this may have its next leg up right here with this. Okay, so, and another high alpha stock. MSON, we're putting in a nice flag position right here. This is great. Nice high volume coming out right here. Nice low volume within this. This is kind of this is a primary base, breaking out of the primary base. Just be careful with this. It could pull back. If it pulls back to that 10 and closes below it, probably down to the 20. We don't know that, but place your stop right here at the low on this flag right here. So 3 cents below that low right there, and protect yourself. Okay, so this stock looks okay right here. Nice tight flag. Okay, that's what we're looking for as well. OPY, Oppenheimer Holdings, breaking out over that $52.32. Really, this is where your super pivot comes in. So as it's blasting out of that right there at around, you know, $52 or so, 51.50. Of course, volumes following through, that would be your take. Nice stage 2 uptrend, just following along that 50-day, actually the 20-day moving average, just following along that right now. So this is a really strong stock as well. Okay, Pdex, this one is a massive cup with a handle happening right here. Okay, so place your downtrend line, boom, boom, boom. We're breaking out of that downtrend line. We're pinching that 20 and that 10 right there together. And we do have massive volume dry up within this handle. Okay, so it is touching the support line right around $32 and we're catching near that 50-day moving average, and we're starting to move up. Not bad. You might consider that as well. Okay. So Pinterest, we're coming out kind of out of this work right here, out of this working bottom, out of this rounding bottom, putting in a little bit of work. We do have a gap down right here on large volume. That could be iffy. It could just place your trade accordingly, put on a stop, a tight stop loss, manage your risk and position size accordingly. Okay. Nope, don't like that. It's in a downtrend there. Other than that, let's go through three here. TBK, Triumph Bancorp. Don't know what's really going on with bank stocks right now. They're not bad, but they are forming some bases, and some are forming larger bases. Pay attention to that sector, okay, and the industry on banks. TITN, of course, massive day, massive volume right here coming in. We did have low volume right here, kind of on this flag right here. We do have huge volume coming back into it, demand. So nice stage 2, kind of, in your, however you want to count that, this would be more of like a secondary base right here. In TIXT, I do like this stock right here. Breaking out at that 3150 level right here and holding that 3150, really good right here. So TIXT, some volume. This is a primary base, more of a rounding bottom, so an IPO base. This is what you want to see. This one could have more room to climb, so it could have some legs right here as well. TPTX, massive downtrend right here. Don't care for that. It is getting over some supply right here. Other than that, not my cup of tea. Okay, so let's go through the real quick. I'm not even going to explain these. I'm just going to show you these real quick. These are the stocks that are less than $20. Okay, so downtrend, not looking at that one. This one kind of going through the VCP characteristics of Mark Minervini's volatility contraction pattern. Nice cup handle. We do have low volatility, nice volume coming out. Wait for that $2.01 to be approached, okay, or more around that $2, okay. BBVA breaking out, pretty nice right here. Nice volume, kind of a primary base right here with the handle, kind of like that. BKD, this one's already oversold. I would be cautious if you do decide to enter in on this stock. Be careful, okay? Place your trade accordingly, risk manage. Let's see here. BPT, of course, this one was breaking out. This popped up on my scan right here. Over all this right here, boom, boom. That's how this is done. This is trading. This is what I get. And this is the beauty of my scans and my proprietary scans. I can catch these guys on these low dips and everything. So yeah, but other than that, not bad with this one. CCRN, cross country healthcare, looking pretty good right here. Nice demand, huge demand. Not really a fan of CFMS. That thing, I already think that's moved up a little too much, but there is decent demand. CLGN, I do like this kind of, because this does put in my my work concept here of the stock putting in work off this 200-day moving average, and it is moving. We do have some decent demand, okay, but the only thing is we have this huge gap down on huge volume right here. Didn't even come back and cover it. I don't know if we can, if it will. This is just more of a rounding bottom and kind of, kind of like a primary base, kind of a resetting base. CLMT, we went over that. CLSD, massive day to day, huge volume, 85 million shares. There is institutions in this one, okay? So that's not your aunt or your uncle buying this stock. Nice double bottom coming out. Just be careful entering on this stock here, depending on where you want to place your stop, maybe 3 cents below the low of today, however you want to. Don't even look at that one. That's a huge downtrend. Ctxr, nice breakout. Caught this one yesterday, popped up on my scan yesterday right here on the breakout, so really nice. The LNG, don't care for the pattern. E-man, not looking bad right here. This is actually looking pretty good. Did make a high of $4.30, so we did get past that $4.20 right there. As long as we can maintain that $4.07, this one looks okay right here. Huge demand. We got demand coming back in, okay. Other than that, let's keep moving, kind of moving through these. FINV, just talked about that one, looking good. Don't even look at that. I mean, that's in a huge downtrend. Don't even be buying into that. That's foolish to do. Okay, you're catching practically a falling knife. Same thing. Don't care for that. Don't care for that. No. KZIA. Let's skip it. LFT limits. Luminant Finance Trust, huge volume, kind of a gap up. Yeah. No. Mogo, looking for that downtrend to be cracked right there, so you want it moving up past that 50-day moving average. Some more volume, but this doesn't look bad though. This is a really nice, like kind of like a cup with that nice moving downward handle. So that's always good to see. It could springboard if it breaks past that 50-day moving average on nice volume. Okay, so we're waiting for volume. High alpha stock as well. Nope, don't care for that. OCGN, I'm not really caring for that as well. Nope. PANL broke out a couple of days ago though, right here, and of course this popped up on my scan list. This is what I'm saying. I mean, if you know what you're doing and what you're looking for, this is the type of gains that you can get. Okay. Matter of fact, I do have a treat for you here pretty soon. I'm going to go over TRCH because I traded that a few weeks ago and I bought in at $2.60, and of course, as you can see, up massively today. Okay, that's how you trade. This is how you do it. Okay, this is how you make money, big money, and in a short period of time. So RFIL, not bad. Nice rounding bottom right here on sci-fi. Other than that, let's see here. Nope. This one looking pretty good. STIM, we're breaking out right here above that $17 level, holding right here, making a high at 1742. Nice type price action right here. Boom, boom. So yeah, not a bad trade right here. Actually, I like that a lot. Matter of fact, I will write that one down. I might trade that one myself. I like that. I like that a lot. Huge demand right here. Boom, boom. Putting in a nice cup handle. Coming back. Natural reaction. Boom. Popping out. Yeah, we could get an explosive move on this one. So STIM, look at that one. That one's interesting. TRCH, of course. I bought right here on this breakout. This nice tight price action. His price was moving up. Kind of wedges. Blink. Springs out like a springboard, you know. And boom. Yeah, that's how you do it. That's awesome. TYHT, don't care for that. Don't care for that. Don't care for that chart. XYF, not bad. This one popped up right here on my scan as well. Of course, you can see, boom, nearly over 100% within a few days, within a week. So this is what my scans produce. So welcome to it. I mean, I just gave you a big treat right here with these. Okay. Other than that, today's not really a great day in the market. Seems like we're having kind of a distribution day. Don't know that for sure. I just got to do my scans and look to see what's really happening with the internals of the stocks. But just trade accordingly. Okay. Manage your risk. I know that we're at pretty close to new highs with the NASDAQ. QQQ, of course, made new highs, but just be cautious, okay, with entering the trades. I know that small caps are doing okay today. I think they're the leader. Matter of fact, what we can do real quick is I'll show you that, and then other than that, I'm going to go ahead and leave you alone and get off here because I've already been nearly 40 minutes into this video. So yeah, small caps, which are ending kind of are in the red today. Okay, and they did touch that 20-day moving average. So the markets across, indices across, aren't that great. Okay, so of course the volatility index picking up. I figured that would happen, and we'll probably pick up a little bit more here, get up to that 20-day moving average. So probably tomorrow is going to be a little volatile as well. Just place your stops, okay, accordingly, tighten your stops, manage your risk, okay, and that's what it's all about. Keep your powder dry, keep your principal, okay. You need your money, so just play it safe. Other than that, I'm going to go ahead and leave you to it. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Before I end the video, though, I want to thank you for watching and supporting the Speculator's Edge. I hope you found the information, enjoyable and also informative. So please subscribe if you haven't already. Drop a comment, like the video. If you have any questions, leave the comment, ask. I'll be more than happy to help you. Other than that, I post a link to my Patreon site down below of this video. So click on that, check out the Patreon site. If you want, please subscribe and support. Other than that, I also put my intro video on YouTube, so watch the intro video. Very interesting. It gives you a taste as to what you're going to get from my YouTube channel, plus the Patreon side as well. So other than that, thank you again for supporting TSC and myself as well. Here at TSC, we trade in the present, we study the past for knowledge, and we trade and we follow the process of trading to build our future, okay? So opportunities awaits, my friends. Thank you again.